Days of Our Lives is settling back into Salem with some perfectly serviceable stories and one loathsome new villain. But that doesn't mean we're excited about all that much. And that might be a problem as we head into May sweeps. So where have things gone wrong? Let's discuss. So, Bo and Hope aren't even getting a real end? They're just kind of gone. The closest thing we got to one, and to Bo interacting with Salem, was Maggie telling Alex that Victor was flying to Greece to get him treatment. Lovely, but par for the course. Also, I don't care that Harris kept Bo a secret for 2.5 seconds. Get over it, Johnson family. But it's not for the same reason Chad doesn't care because he wants help finding Kate. I just don't care about Harris. What's his point? And Kate being stuck on a fishing boat is a fun callback to Lauren Koslow first taking over the role, but that's about all so far. I'm done with this Beyond Salem stuff. Let's get back to Salem already. Yes, I said last week that I love Chloe and Xander, but moving in together is still absurd. It felt like they were letting something fun grow naturally, then all of a sudden decided to ram them together by becoming roommates. On the other hand, Gwen and Brady fetching to each other was an interesting tease. But I'm not even going to bother speculating on them because no one on this show lasts and pairings aren't being utilized like they could be. Take Alex and Gwen. Them opening up about their feelings, loss, and heartbreak isn't where I saw this ending. I'm not hating the surprise emotional honesty, it's just unremarkable. I know this is part of Alex's redemption and growth, but there was so much potential for them to cause trouble with Maggie, Xander, and Titan before splitting up. Speaking of Xander, what happened with Maggie's proposal to join her? It's not like he's doing anything at the newspaper. That whole storyline has been pointless other than to give Leo a column. And does Lady Whistleblower write about anyone outside of Leo's social circle? He's worse than the gossip hounds in my kickball league, acting like one little bubble is the center of the world. Moving from the Kyriakis family to the Dimaras, this consultant stuff with Gabby makes no sense. She's going to make a report to the board about why EG shouldn't be co-CEO, and they're supposed to take her seriously. Knowing her history, knowing EJ and Stefan are fighting, knowing there are ulterior motives. Really? And let's talk about everyone's Demira performance. How come they're never at work? It sounded like the Salem hospital intrigue and backroom dealing to get Kayla back at work was more exciting than the Demira stuff. But yay, Kayla's back to be the catch-all doctor just in time to discover Nichols' miracle pregnancy. Slap a chip in Nichols' brain and spike her drink with a mystery poison, and Kayla can bring all her medical expertise together at once. I am curious about how the show's going to deal with Camila Bunna's departure. Stabby has been such a driving force for months, and almost all of Lai's presence is hinged on Gabby. Losing the character could throw everything out of whack. But that might not be bad. Stefan's been trapped in Gabby's orbit, and this would give him a whole new storyline track. Maybe even make this EJ/Stefan feud worthwhile. Let's talk about Colin and his TR vibes. He's not violent and physically abusive like Polina's tormentor, but Colin is emotionally and mentally manipulative and abusive. From his, once we finish this, I can finally be happy and move on manipulation to flattering, cajoling, and pushing Talia into seducing someone she doesn't want. Oh, and him saying he's not pimping her out, because this won't be real is, in fact, the definition of pimping someone out. Otherwise, it's plain matchmaker. But then, we aren't supposed to like him, at least I hope not. And that's a problem. He's coming across so horribly. There are only two places for him to go, jail or the ground. Days of Our Lives missed about the only chance to bring someone to town to ground Sloane and boost her staying power. On the bright side, Sloane was the perfect person to tell EJ about the biscuit sex, because of course she didn't think twice about mentioning it. It was awkward but not a huge deal for her. If Jessica Surfety had played that a bit differently, it would have come off like Sloane intentionally threw Nicole under the bus. Instead, she seemed genuinely upset that she screwed up. Cheers to character depth.